Alrighty, ladies and gents, it's, November 3rd? We just had a dud news trade, so we are going to be covering a few things for the people in the news program in this video, so I am going to email this one out too, and make sure that everyone's on the same page on this. We've seen a few quirks on the EA, but I haven't been able to nail down if it's the person's computer, or if it is the, God, I don't even know what to say here. Or if it's the EA. Sorry. I've had my coffee, but not enough yet. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is talk about MT4. Now, before we do this, you should be using an MT4 installation with just the two EAs and the script in it. If you're not, I highly recommend doing this, because there is a very small chance when I walk you through this that it resets your roaming profile. What your roaming profile means is when you go to File and Open Data Folder, it might create a new data folder. So, with that being in note, make sure that you are using an install with just your two indicators in the one script we're using, or the two EAs in one script, or the two EAs and one indicator if you got in early to the program. So the first thing we're going to do, I'm using FXCM. I'm going to go right click on it. I'm going to go to Properties. I'm going to go to Compatibility, and we're going to look for Run this program as Administrator. We're going to click that, hit Apply, and OK. Pretty easy there. Now what's going to happen from now on, when you open it, it's going to hit Yes. Be aware it's also going to ask you, even if it doesn't reset your roaming profile, it is going to reset your username and password. It's going to ask for your username and password to log back into your broker, so have that handy before you do this. Okay, so the next thing... Okay, so the next thing we're going to take a look at, and this is going to be a really short video, but it's just a couple things that I want y'all to do. If we go into the EA, we're going to make one change. Points gap, let's change that to 2000. That's a 200 pip straddle. Stage 1, we're going to change it to 60 seconds. I'm going to keep Stage 2 at 4 seconds. But Stage 1 needs to be changed out to 60 seconds. The rest of the settings that are on here, ignore them. Just ignore it completely for now. But those are the changes that I want. I have a reason for it. Basically, I want the EA to pop the first pending order 60 seconds out. I'm just doing troubleshooting because I'm trying to see if it's somebody's computer or if it's the EA, because I did send the EA back to the coder to look at it, and so far as an initial run-through, because this is a new coder, but he doesn't see anything wrong with the code. The other thing that you can do is just be aware, look down here in your experts and your journal, and here I'll watch. We're going to do F7 and 702011. We're going to do 3. It is 807, so we'll do 810. And hit OK. When you set up it, make sure you see this happen. This means it initialized correctly. So we want to make sure that we see this whenever we do it. It's just an additional step for troubleshooting. Really trying to make sure that everyone is set up correctly. BRYMCAFE. I don't even know my own email. So it's really just a couple simple things, but we're trying to do a little troubleshooting. The coder, the new one that I got, said he cannot see any issues with the EA. So we're really going to try and troubleshoot and see what it is. But just a few things. You can go to, it's right here, you hit this button, the terminal, and then go to experts. Journal won't show it, but experts will. That when you set up a chart, you should see this. It basically has all your settings there. The second one, remember, we want to go to F7, points gap to 2000, stage 1 to 60. And that's it, guys. So we're going to run as admin, change stage 1 to 60, points gap to 2000. And we'll see if this can help us nail down what the issue is. Once your EA is loaded, make sure you see this appear. That means it's successfully loaded. If you don't see that, go in, make one change it back, and it should pop. I'm trying to see if there is an issue with the EA that the coder missed, but I don't think there is, because I mean, I think the coder, the new one that I got, he seems like he's not an idiot. We will see though. But so far he said he couldn't find anything wrong with it. He did see a few ways to improve it for a tiny bit more speed. Last thing that we're looking at doing, and this is way down the line. First, like me and Robin were talking yesterday, I just want to make sure there's no bugs in the foundation, which I've been using this for a while and I haven't seen any, but I just realized that some people might not be set up the same way as I am, like running MT4 from admin. Now the reason we're running it as admin is MT4, as I said in the previous video, this is a super old program. If you throw it on a USB stick and throw it in another computer, it'll run just like this. It does not actually install to your computer, which sometimes causes a conflict with Windows in accessing files. So by doing it this way, it gives MT4 administrative rights so that there is no problem with a conflict of interest on files. So basic explanation on it, that's why we're doing it. And if we look out, you can see this is the 60-second mark, and this was it. This was just, I faked a news release. Okay, but we saw that everything worked right here. If you watch the previous video, I had it set up for yesterday's news. I was in such a hurry because of my daughter with science project and everything. But that sums up the video, guys. I don't want to make it too long. I'm going to take a break and then we'll go back live to take a look at if there's any scalping. GBP is off the table for tomorrow for NFP. I'm going to post that in the room. I'm going to send out an email with this saying do not trade GBP just because of the announcement. We think spread's going to be funky on it. I'm going to be trading Euro USD and USD JBP Watt live. On demo, I'm going to do Euro USD, USD JPY, AUD USD, just to take a look at it. There's a small chance that we might throw Euro GBP in there, but I don't think it's going to move too much because that's not a USD pair. So actually, no, I won't throw that in there. So tomorrow is Euro USD, USD JPY, and AUD USD on demo, live for NFP, Euro USD, USD JPY. If you're on Pepperstone, hey, do what you want, but those are my recommendations for FXCM guys. For the Pepper guys, I would say do Euro and USJ the same on live. If you want to demo AUD USD, go for it. I'm going to start keeping track of the spreads on there. The problem I'm having is I used to have 4 stable pairs and I'm down to 2 now. GBP USD is off the market for a little bit, so I'm using my spreadsheet, recording everything. USD CHF was a no-go. US CAD, I just don't like it for FXCM because the spread gets out of whack. From what I've been reading, it looks like on FXCM the spread gets a little bit larger than usual too. Remember, guys, if you can only trade 2 pairs, you can only trade 2 pairs during a news release. If you don't feel comfortable doing 2, just do 1. Take it slow, step by step, get the feel for it. Follow your spreadsheet numbers. Those numbers will tell you what to trade. You'll see these are the best pairs to trade. So if you're, like in my case, Euro USD and USD JPY are my 2 best pairs. US CAD was borderline, but as I'm throwing it on demo, I'm not getting the results I want. So excuse the language, fuck US CAD. I play with it on news trades on demo, but I sure as hell would not trade it live. So don't get greedy, guys. If you can get 2 pairs that are excellent, stick to 2 pairs that are excellent. That's going to generate enough pips for you that you're going to be happy. Remember, if you're only making 100 pips a month, you're doing better than 95% of the people out there trading because they're losing money. So if you can make 100 pips a month, you're making money successfully. And if you're doing that for a year or 2, that shit's going to grow. You're going to be extremely happy with it. So don't get greedy. Don't push it on these spreads. If you see one that has a spread that's higher and you can find 2 pairs that have a nice low spread during news releases, use them, ignore the rest of the shit. Don't get greedy, I guess is what it comes down to. Alright, soapbox is done. I'm going to break. We'll come back and see if there's any scalping to be had. And thanks, guys. Bye-bye. And gals. Bye-bye.